All right, we are talking about this new sex ed texting program in New Mexico. We wanted to see, how effective it is. So what we did was we texted a few questions to the service. Then we asked 5 of our experts, combined of therapists and doctors, to see if they agreed with the health answers, and we're going to get our panel to weigh in as well. Here's the first question that we texted. My boyfriend is pressuring me to have sex. Not sure if I'm ready, but I don't want to lose him. What should I do? Here's the answer from the New Mexico Health Department's experts that they've hired out. If you're not ready to have sex, make sure you've been very clear in communicating to your boyfriend. If he truly loves and respects you and your decision, then you'll not lose him. Now, all of our docs and therapists thought this was a great answer. What do you guys think?
I think that's a pretty good answer. I mean, I think that they should always be mindful that their bodies are their own and they shouldn't put themselves in a position to do something that they don't want to do, but also make sure that the person that you're partnered with respects you enough to honor whatever choice you've made.
Well, I think this is... I think this is I was just going to say this is interesting because when you first presented, this sort of texting service, I thought it was more or less kind of a real structured birds and the bees conversation, but this is almost relationship advice to a certain extent. But that said, I do agree with that answer. I thought it was short, it was succinct, it gets to the point, and it tells the person, listen, this is your body. Don't do anything that you feel you're not comfortable with, which I think is, at the end of the day, the right answer. But I think this little question is interesting because now I think we're going into relationships.
Oh, they want to move to question 2.
That's okay.
Hold on, they want to move to question 2. Here's question 2. I think I like, we'll continue, don't worry, I just want to get through all these. I think I like boys and girls. Am I normal? Hotline medical experts responded. It took an hour, by the way, to respond to this. Yes, you are normal. Liking someone of the same sex, opposite sex, or both is okay. In the end, no one can tell you whether you are straight, gay, or bisexual. Your sexuality is something that only you can know. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that answer
but this is very subjective. And so, although I don't have any objections to either one of those answers, it does seem like it's kind of a less clinical approach to things.
Well,
and it's not pure.
our experts, one of our experts disagreed, saying it's too trite and it leaves out all the essential points.
Right.
Do you think?
Well, I think it's the beginning of a conversation, which is what I think teens who are asking these questions are looking to have, and it's far better than getting advice from their peers, which we know is a problem when you have teens kind of talking amongst themselves and getting sex advice and relationship advice from your local 13-year-old or your local 14 or 15-year-old. So this might be just the beginning of a conversation with someone who is interested in kind of finding out what's going on with them.
You're telling me to move on, but quick, I can tell you want to say something.
I think the most important thing that we have here is that sex education and sexuality education isn't just about birds and bees. It's just not about sex. It's not just about pregnancy. It's not just about STDs.
Feel about yourself.
It's about relationships. It's about protecting your body. It's about body image. All of that is important, and that's why these questions and these answers are so important. So I agree that there has to be this dialogue, and parents can't be scared just to have the birds and bees, penis, vagina conversation.
To me,
all of this is important.
The cautionary tale to this is this should really encourage parents to try to become closer to their kids. Because they're the ones who ought to be answering these questions, not some hotline.
Wouldn't we all, as parents, want our kids to be comfortable?
No doubt.
In order to, no matter what.
I don't want them educating my child.
don't want to hear this, but I want to talk to you about this.
In order for that to happen, parents have to exude that level of comfort. They have to let their kids know that I'm not afraid. I know this is an uncomfortable conversation, but I can't be uncomfortable having this with you if I expect you then to come to me and ask questions when you have it.
Do we have time? Here's what we wrote in. People call me a slut at school, but I've never had sex. So why even wait for the right one then? And the response from these so-called health professionals, I cannot give you personal advice, but here are some resources. Okay. I like that. Hold on a second. But wait a minute. They've been giving advice the whole time about sex.
So she gets stumped and she punts the question.
But that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine.